Scary Story YesTube, where nightmares come true. Today's chapter is entitled The Silencer Returns. Listen if you dare. Halloween looms over the small town of Farmville and darkness takes over the streets as twinkling pumpkin lights illuminate the sidewalks. Everyone knows the legend of the Silencer, a serial killer who disappeared more than a decade ago. But tonight, Halloween brings with it more than candy and costumes, something that will awaken the deepest fears. This story begins at a local radio station in the middle of Halloween night. The wind is howling and leaves are falling outside the window in the studio. Announcer Alex Nixon is alone, broadcasting spooky music. Calls begin to ring, but they are not the usual Halloween greetings. At first, they are whispers, unintelligible. But gradually, the words take shape and make sense. The chilling whisper says, "The Silencer is back." Each call reveals chilling details about recent crimes that match the locations of the murders. The audience listens in silence, feeling the tension build with each word from the mysterious caller. The tension reaches its peak when, in the middle of the live broadcast, El Silenciator calls the radio live. His voice whispers threats, promising to visit Alex that very night. Listeners are on edge, not knowing what will happen or if the announcer will survive. As the night progresses and the clock approaches midnight, the radio station fills with an eerie silence as the tension builds. The only light comes from the full moon outside. The Silencer's words echo in the darkness like a constant echo. But then something unimaginable happens. Someone knocks on the door of the small radio studio. Alex, trembling, doesn't even dare to ask. Fear has paralyzed him. But again, there is a knock at the door. The announcer does not move a muscle. Suddenly, silence. Sweating, the young announcer decides to gather his courage and approaches the door trembling. He hesitates whether to open it or not, but in that instant of doubt, a man knocks on the door, knocking Alex down with it. The Silencer appears on the radio station. The audience can hear Alex's gasps and the killer's whisper. The atmosphere is charged with palpable fear. The viewers are bewildered. Some of them even think that this is a publicity stunt to create expectation. But nothing could be further from the truth. Alex can do nothing but scream as the Silencer coolly ends his terrifying encounter with the announcer. The killer, now in control of the radio station, takes the microphone with a chilling screech. His voice is icy and mournful, like the icy wind of a Halloween night. A tense silence spreads through the town as horrified listeners hear every word with a lump in their throats. The Silencer, with a perverse satisfaction in his voice, announces the next target with blood-chilling personal details. "My next victim lives in the old red brick house at 43 Elm Street. Susan, a single mother with 2 young children. Your sleepless nights will be her ultimate nightmare." All the spectators are left in suspense. Who would be that character hunting them down? Why was he going after poor Susan now? The silence provoked by these words is deafening. No one dares to say anything. The whole town is paralyzed. Then, the Silencer concludes by revealing something terrifying. "And if by any chance my path does not cross yours in this night, I'll be able to say, and if by any chance my path does not cross yours in this Halloween night, don't worry. I've been watching you since I started this broadcast. I saw you run out of your house. Turn left on Maple Street and hide in that dark alley. You can't escape. My eyes are everywhere. Get ready." A shiver runs down Susan's back as she listens to the Silencer's words. The killer concludes with an ominous threat, and if, by any chance, you survive tonight, rest assured that, when I return next Halloween, you will be my first victim. The town is paralyzed with terror, aware that the Silencer is in control and may be watching at any moment. The nightmare continues, and the legend of the killer has become even more terrifying, promising to return on the same date the following year to perpetuate the annual nightmare.